Greetings everyone, today is January 29th, 2021, and I think it's time for another update of the windowsill plants and the greenhouse out there. I've decided to do the inside plants first because I watered out there and the floor is all wet at the moment. So the camera isn't showing the true colors. This thing is not a bright yellow as it looks. Let's see if I can fix it. It's more of a pale, it's a very pale yellow with just a little blush of pink. This was the last unknown of the orchids that I had, that I ordered last year. And it's finally opened one of the flowers and I know what this is now. So, pale yellow orchid flower, pretty neat. Then under this grow light we've got the surf song. It's got two flower spikes coming out and it looks like they're going to be branching. Well, that's really cool. I keep turning it because they keep going towards the light and I want them to be kind of straight, but I think they're just going to be all crooked and going everywhere. Okay, there's a few Nepenthes here. Let's look at what's going on in the windowsill, the ever-changing windowsill. Alright, here we are, and I want to talk about my collection of giant orchids. Orchids that focus on having giant leaves as opposed to having nice looking flowers. So let's start up here at the top. I've got a Bulbophyllum Fletcherianum. And get on the stool, I'll show you guys. Okay, here we are at the top of the kitchen. And you can see it's got pretty big bulbs. That's cool. And each of these bulbs has a new growth coming. So I hope in this new year, that once I put them outside, when things warm up, that the humidity will just make them grow really fast. I know these are slow growing plants, but hopefully they'll grow quickly. This is a Bulbophyllum orthosepalum. That is the name. Alright, it's pretty big. It's got some nice leaves. And I thought I saw new growth. Actually, yeah, it's right there at the base of that bulb. And these have taller, skinnier bulbs, it seems, than the previous one. Alright, if we come down here to the first level, I'm going to get off the stool. This is a Palaenopsis giganteum, and it's got a new leaf coming up. First time in my care. I mean, it's tiny. I don't think you can even tell. There's a little triangle in the center. I am very happy about that. And then we have another one over here, Palaenopsis gigantea, and it's got a new leaf growing in my care for the first time. I'm very happy about that. And then this guy here is Bulbophyllum Phalaenopsis, and I haven't even had this guy a year, and this is a new bulb and a new leaf, and look, there's a new growth coming in there, so these guys are quite happy. I can imagine that they're going to do much better once they go on the patio once things warm up. Okay, let me get you guys back up top. Okay, this plant here is a Lowe's Rescue that I got, I don't even remember, I've had it last year I think, and I put it in this what I call bottle culture, and it's recovered and done much better. It made a flower for me. But the thing I just noticed is the leaves are coming in. They've got this like lighter green or yellowish on the edges there, and I wonder if I ended up with a variegated orchid. That would be cool. I don't know if that's because of all the stress it's been through from having been neglected in the store, and I've been watering it. That new leaf is actually the best looking leaf it's had, so I don't know if the next one that comes in, if it'll have those stripes or not, but I hope so. That'd be kind of neat because I don't have anything like that. This one has fully opened. This is one of the unknowns. So cool. And then my Fuller Sunset has nearly opened all of them. And it's funny because This one looks less yellow than what it really is. Sorry about the budgies, guys. I cannot stop them from singing. I even turned off their lights. So that is the only one left to open, and it's mildly fragrant, which is nice. And then we've got this one with the purple, pale purple lips and the white. It didn't make as many flowers this year as when I bought it last year, but still always happy to see it. And my chives plant is getting little flower buds, and this is the first flower that has opened. Little purple pinky flower. Oh, and this is great news here. The microtoms are finally ripening up. That one right there should be ready come tomorrow. We can harvest it, which I'm surprised because I thought the big one back there, I thought that would be the first to ripen, but we've got two that are starting to color up. Very exciting. It will be my first harvest of microtom tomatoes. Alright, let's go outside now. Hopefully it'll be more quiet with the budgies with the door closed. Alright, here we are at the top again of my greenhouse, all backlit. But wanted to show you guys this orchid that has opened. This is one of the ones I got with the unknowns, and I'm actually happy and disappointed all at the same time. I ordered one called Elegant Deborah. It's supposed to be a dark burgundy, dark red with white edges. This is not the plant. They sent me the wrong one. I don't know if it was on accident or on purpose. They do have one like this that they call Fatty Flamingo that's a dark pink like this. But it's still beautiful, and I love how huge this is. And it's got buds coming in. It's been opening very slowly. All the ones here on the patio have been going slow because of the cold weather. And we got a chicken making noise. It's always, it's a very bird-friendly place out here. Okay, let me get off the stool again. That's what happens when you're short. You end up on a stool a lot. So here is the mother of millions, mother of thousands plant that I have. It's huge. It's as big as a tomato cage, and it's got a lot of little buds. Can't wait to see what these look like when they open, because I have never seen this plant in flower. It's really cool. And next to it, I have clipped back all the dead pictures and leaves that were on this Nepenthes Miranda and the Hoya that's growing in it, and they're growing together. They're huge. It's got a few basils down there. I may just chop the whole plant and start a bunch of small ones. I don't know. These guys take up a lot of room. Okay, and here we are. And like I mentioned from inside, I watered out here today, and so I have to watch where I step. But the one thing I like about having concrete for floors, you can throw water everywhere and it dries up on its own. I had the fans running trying to dry this out. It usually takes a whole day to dry this, and it just raises the humidity in here so nicely. Okay, we got a new shelf out here, which is an old shelf that used to be in the house. I've got some light fixtures that I'm going to have Chris help me hang, and we need new bulbs for them. The bulbs work, but I've heard and I've noticed that after a year, the plants aren't getting any light from them for some reason. They look fine to our eyes, but to the plants, they're no good anymore. So I've got it up to 70 degrees in here and 76% humidity, and outside it's kind of cold. Last night it was 38, 37 actually. Okay, let's get back on the stool. Okay, I am also excited about this Palaenopsis. Chris bought me this last year as one of those just because gifts. It's a pale pink. He picked it out. It was just a surprise. He brought it home. But that bud is huge. This is going to be a big flower. And I'm hoping maybe this year it might be different than it was last year. I actually watched a video where someone had a Phalanopsis that grew two totally different colored flowers on the same plant. It wasn't split, it wasn't a cakey, it was just a really cool thing. Maybe that'll happen for me one day. And then here's the first one that Chris ever got me. last year. Can't wait for that to open. And it's got a second spike coming in. I know it's backlit. You might be able to see it at the base over the cut one. But yeah, this is the first one he ever got me, which is really cool. And I hope it's been cold, so everything's been slow to open. So we've got some Nepenthes over here. And they're still not doing too much of anything. And that one chocolate pitcher is still doing really nice though. I need to work something out because this little corner here, it's really hard for me to get into. It's kind of like a dead space. I can put plants in here, but it's hard for me to get in and water and pull things out. And I hate the waste of space. I wanted to maximize this, so I'm not sure. I'm thinking of turning this area, switching it around, and having this be supplies, which won't look as nice, and have this one be for plants. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas what to do with that back corner that's just an annoying place to get into? Here are the cactuses. Quick overview. They will be getting watered come Valentine's Day. I bet they can't wait. Here's the one that I got around June of last year. It is making flowers, and if you remember, I used to have some cuttings that Chris's uncle gave me for Christmas when we went to the big Christmas family gathering last year. It is right here. It is this tiny thing. It doesn't look like anything, but it made roots. In fact, there's a root right there, you can see. So hopefully this one will grow as nice as the other one. This one makes orangey, coral colored flowers. And something, we've got a light for these cactuses down in here. A quick view of the window shelf that's over here. And I forgot to mention, but up here we've got some new Nepenthes that I'm acclimating on the top shelf of the kitchen window. Alright guys, that is the update. Slow changes here. We're actually still waiting to hear back from the roofers, and hopefully they'll come and do our ceiling and we can get back to everything getting back to normal. I've actually got some videos that I've filmed, a lot of videos, but with cleaning up the house and getting things ready, and just we've been so busy, I have not had much time for YouTube. So hopefully this will even get out at some point soon. Alright, hope you guys like that. Des, signing off.